She let herself be taken, drugged, or so they thought, carried into the heart of their operation. For 3 days, Amara played the victim, listening, learning, planning. And now she knows where the children are. She knows how many guards there are. She knows every exit, every blind spot, every weakness. But there's one thing she didn't expect. Jack Reese isn't in charge. Someone else is pulling the strings. And when she finds out who, everything changes. Day 1 in the building, Amara doesn't move. She stays on the cot, eyes closed, breathing shallow, pretending to be unconscious. Guards check on her twice. Both times, they nudge her with a boot, shine a flashlight in her face, and leave. She doesn't flinch. Day 2, she starts observing. Through half-closed eyes, she maps the room. Concrete walls, steel door, single overhead light, no windows. A camera in the corner, but the angle is wrong. It doesn't cover the left side of the room. She files that information away. When the guards bring food, a tray of stale bread and water, she pretends to wake slowly, groggily, confused. Where am I? One of the guards, a heavy-set man with a scar across his jaw, laughs. Doesn't matter. Eat. He leaves the tray and locks the door behind him. Amara waits until his footsteps fade. Then she moves. She doesn't eat the food. Instead, she examines the door. Standard commercial lock, reinforced but not military grade. She could pick it if she had tools, but she doesn't need to, not yet, because escaping isn't the mission. Finding the children is. Day 3, she hears them, faint voices through the wall, crying, whispering, scared. She presses her ear against the concrete and listens. There are at least 5 distinct voices, maybe more. Young, all of them under 10. One of them sounds like Lena. Amara's jaw tightens. She stays calm, stays focused, but inside something cold and lethal is sharpening. That night, Jack comes to see her. He stands in the doorway, arms crossed, studying her like she's an animal in a cage. "How you feeling, Sarah?" She lifts her head weakly. What did you do to me?" "Just a little something to help you sleep," he smiles. "Don't worry, you're safe here." "Safe? You kidnapped me." "Kidnapped is such a strong word." He steps closer. "Think of it as relocation." Amara lets fear flicker across her face, lets her hands tremble. Jack eats it up. "Please, I have a daughter. She needs me." Jack's expression doesn't change. Everyone has someone who needs them. Doesn't mean they get to go home. He turns to leave, and that's when Amara sees it. A phone clipped to his belt. She watches him walk out, hears the lock click, and she starts planning the next step. Later that night, after the guards change shifts, Amara hears something else. Footsteps in the hallway. Slower, heavier. Someone in charge. A voice speaks, muffled through the door. "How many do we have ready?" It's a man's voice, calm, professional. One of the guards responds, 7, maybe 8 by the end of the week. "Good. The buyer wants them moved by Friday. No delays." "Understood." Amara's blood runs cold. Buyers. This isn't just kidnapping. This is trafficking. She presses herself against the wall, listening. The man continues. "And the new one, the woman Jack brought in? Still out of it, hasn't caused any problems. Keep it that way." We'll process her with the next batch. Process. The word hangs in the air like poison. Amara's fists clench. She has 4 days. 4 days to get the children out before they're moved. 4 days to dismantle this entire operation. And she's going to need help. That night, while the guards are distracted, Amara slips her hand into the crack beneath the door. It takes 20 minutes of careful maneuvering, but she manages to snag a paperclip someone dropped in the hallway days ago. It's not much, but it's enough. She picks the lock in under 3 minutes. The door swings open silently. Amara steps into the hallway, listens. Footsteps to the left, 2 guards talking in low voices. To the right, a staircase leading up. She moves right. The building is larger than she expected. 3 floors, multiple rooms, a central corridor with branching hallways. She moves through the shadows, silent and invisible. Every step calculated, every corner checked. On the 2nd floor, she finds them, a locked room at the end of the hall. Through the small window in the door, she sees them. 6 children, huddled together on thin mattresses. Lena's there, so is Emma, and Carter. All of them alive, all of them terrified. Amara's heart clenches. She wants to open the door right now, wants to get them out immediately, but she can't. Not yet. Because there are 4 guards on this floor alone, and she's unarmed. If she moves now, they'll all die. So she memorizes the layout, counts the guards, notes the surveillance cameras, and she leaves. Back in her room, she uses the paperclip to lock the door from the inside. Then she pulls out the one thing she managed to hide before being taken, a tiny earpiece, barely the larger of a grain of rice. She presses it into her ear and taps twice. A voice crackles to life. "Amara, I'm in. I need extraction in 72 hours. What do you need?" Everything. Over the next 2 days, Marcus coordinates from the outside. He hacks the building's security system, looping camera feeds so Amara can move freely at night. He tracks the guards' schedules and identifies weak points. He arranges for 2 more former teammates, Rivera and Chen, to position themselves outside the building. Rivera is a tactical specialist. Chen is a medic. Together, they're enough. On the 3rd night, Amara makes her move. She waits until 2 a.m. when the night shift is at its lowest. 3 guards total, 1 on each floor. She picks the lock again and slips into the hallway. First guard is on the ground floor, sitting at a desk, half asleep. Amara moves behind him in complete silence. 1 precise strike to the pressure point on his neck. He slumps forward, unconscious. Second guard is patrolling the 2nd floor. Amara waits in the stairwell until he passes. Then she follows. He doesn't hear her, doesn't sense her, doesn't see her until it's too late. She disarms him in 2 moves, knocks him out in 3. Third guard is outside the children's room. He's alert, armed, dangerous. But Amara has been doing this longer than he's been alive. Amara approaches him from his blind spot, 1 hand over his mouth, 1 strike to the temple. He drops like a stone. She unlocks the door. The children jolt awake terrified. Amara raises a finger to her lips. "I'm here to take you home, but you have to be very, very quiet. Can you do that?" They nod, wide-eyed. Lena recognizes her. "Maya's mom?" Amara nods. "That's right, sweetheart. And we're getting you back to your family. But you have to trust me." She leads them down the hallway, moving quickly but carefully. Rivera and Chen are waiting at the side exit. Rivera covers them while Chen ushers the children into a van. "Go, get them out of here." "What about you?" Chen asks. "I'm not done yet." Because she knows Jack isn't the one in charge, and she knows the person giving the orders is still inside. She goes back in. On the third floor, in an office at the far end of the building, she finds him, the man in charge, sitting behind a desk reviewing paperwork. And when he looks up, Amara's world tilts. Because she knows him. His name is Daniel Cross, former Army intelligence, same unit as Amara, same team as Marcus. They served together for 3 years. She trusted him with her life. And now he's trafficking children. Amara, her voice is ice. "How long, Daniel?" "Does it matter? How long?" He sighs. 4 years, maybe 5, lost count. Amara's hands are shaking, not from fear, from rage. "You were supposed to protect people." "I did, and then I realized protection doesn't pay. But this," he gestures around, "this pays very well." "Where are the others?" "Dead, sold, gone. Does it matter?" Amara moves before he can react. She's across the room in 3 steps. Daniel reaches for his gun, but she's faster. She disarms him, pins him against the desk, and presses the barrel of his own weapon against his temple. "You're going to tell me everything. Every name, every location, every buyer." Daniel laughs. "Or what? You'll kill me? You're not that person anymore, Amara. You left that behind." "I did." She pulls the trigger. Not to kill, to wound. The bullet tears through his shoulder. Daniel screams. "Next one goes through your knee," Amara says calmly. "Then the other knee, then your spine. You'll spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair, waiting for the FBI to drag you into court." Daniel's face goes white. Okay, I'll talk." She records everything. Every name, every operation, every connection. Then she ties him up, calls the police, and walks out. By the time the authorities arrive, the children are safe. Daniel is in custody, and the entire trafficking network is exposed. 3 days later, Amara stands outside Lena's house. The girl's mother opens the door, sees her daughter, and collapses in tears. Lena runs into her arms. Amara watches for a moment. Then she turns and walks away. Maya is waiting for her at home, safe, happy, unaware of everything her mother just did. And that's exactly how Amara wants it. That night, after Maya is asleep, Amara sits on the porch. Marcus calls. "It's over," he says. "FBI rounded up 12 more suspects. The network is done." "Good. You okay?" Amara looks up at the stars. "I will be." But deep down, she knows the truth. This isn't the end. There are more people like Daniel, more networks, more children in danger. And if they come for Maya again, if they come for any child again, Amara will be ready. She locked the doors, double-checked the windows, and for the first time in 5 months, finally, she slept. But some battles never truly end. Some monsters never stop hunting. And Amara Cole, she'll never stop hunting them back. If you want more suspenseful, edge-of-your-seat stories, subscribe and hit the bell. Because some heroes don't wear capes. They wear the faces of mothers who refuse to let evil win.